Hey, how you guys doing? iVecoX. Yeah, I actually tried to upload this video earlier, and for some reason the sound got all weird. It was like 4 times speed. So go ahead and remake it, and we are on the 1.8, and I was actually testing it on the server. So had about 3 or 4 people on the server, kind of looking at what I've done. So I was gonna kind of explain it to you guys. I'm in creative right now. We're not building or anything. Just checking it for any bugs, because this is a pre-release. So this is a 1.8 generated world, and it's the same seed as I had before, except it was generated with the 1.8, and then I used MC Edit to basically put buildings exactly where they were, and paths, and everything's pretty much exactly like it was. Even the nether I did, and the end I basically just swapped the file out. So yeah. Anyway, we got the new material, and it's just right. It's actually all around and right underneath everything we've built. And yeah, spectator mode, the 1.8 is pretty decent. Yeah, some of the things, for instance, there used to be a third floor here, which I got rid of because it was affecting slime spawn rates. But something I noticed really quick is that there is a lot of abandoned mine shafts underneath here. I think if I would have used spectator mode, if it would have been available in the 1.7.2 when I actually picked this seed, I probably wouldn't have built here. Not only is there a huge ravine there, I mean, there's so many places for mobs to spawn. So, yeah, I want to make this real quick. The other video was like 12 minutes, so some of the things that I didn't like about my old world was mainly where I put the X grinder. So based on the experience of knowing that having a potion lab built into the mansion, having a super smelter that has a clock running all the time, and then having the tree farm next to it, and also these cobblestone and smooth stone generators here, pretty much made my FPS at 60, but I was constantly loading about 50 to 95 chunks. So from that, I decided that it would be better if I MC edited it away. So I put the X grinder here, which is what I should have done on the server to begin with. But yeah, that's pretty much the main changes. Everything else is the same. I've started trying to put the what's it called, the Iron Titan together, but I've been having some issues with the way that the door chains work, and I believe it's because I'm on the preview. Yeah, so let me go ahead and show you some other stuff. Like, you might be able to notice that I have my field of view set lower. I did some research on this, and I actually found out that the stock rendering distance for servers, if you're just playing normal vanilla Minecraft, it's only 10 chunks. So I set my field of view to 10 to do a little experiment on the preview. But it was like this on the 1.7.10. It's just Optifine kind of camouflaged it a little bit. But basically, if I was to go into settings and set the rendering distance beyond what the server is set to, which the maximum rendering distance that they give me for this server is 10. I do know that Realms is different, but just by simply setting it to 16, it has conflict, and I actually was reading the errors I was getting on the console for the server, and it actually it keeps saying that it can't keep up, and I couldn't figure out what it was. But you can actually see the lag spikes when I'm flying on the 1.8 because it loads faster. But what we're really talking about here is that when you're actually flying or moving, it still doesn't render anymore. Like, this is not 16 chunks. So basically what it does is it removes the fog out of the way, and you end up having conflict with your server. So if you are playing vanilla Minecraft on a server, you're best to set it at your maximum distance. Just a little bug I noticed myself for servers in general. You can see that it loads much quicker, and I don't get any kind of fluctuation when flying. Things are a lot faster, and it is what the stock settings are for this. So we're just going to do a little kind of fly through in that. One of the reasons I wanted to regenerate the entire world was, one, I didn't want to go 1,500 blocks away. as you can see on this map, let me actually go with some light. Yeah, so 1,500 blocks away. That would basically be the distance of this map. Now obviously this map is different than the 1.10 because I made it in a different location. But everything on the left was only islands. Now it's a solid landmass, and it actually has a lot more ice stuff to it. So up by the very top here, to the left of where my crosshair is, there is actually a guardian mob spawner, which is pretty cool. Another reason why I wanted to do that, because it's actually within the map distance. So on the other world, you have to travel, I think it's from here, you have to go minus 1700 by minus 1799 in order to find the new guardian thing, which is a pretty crazy distance to have to travel for that. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to show you one last thing before I end this video, and that is let me just teleport myself to 155.63 252. So yeah, this is the Iron Titan I was working on, and I actually could not get this to function properly, not on this snapshot. So I'm probably going to go on to the snapshot that he originally did his tutorial on, and that would be Tango Tech, and probably do it on single player. Oops. Do it on single player, and make it and see if I can get it working, and then update it to the 1.8. I shouldn't lose anything. About the only thing that I would lose is any bunnies that had spawned would disappear from this area. But if I set my field of view only to 10 and I stay within this area, it's possible to see if I can get this to work. If it doesn't though, I still have all the blocks that the original Foundry made, so if he comes out with some kind of patch, or if I figure out that I did something wrong and I can fix this, then I'll go ahead and continue the iron, Foundry. The other option too, if that doesn't work, is to basically go back to the 1.10, build the iron Foundry instead of the Titan, and then move it to the 1.8. The only problem with that is that anywhere that's rendered is going to lose all the new blocks as far as diorite and all that. So anyway, that's pretty much all the time I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good one. Bye.